Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, Tom Moss Things. So you would have seen that on the last episode we got the wheels sort of test fitted, rears were all sorted, however the fronts were causing a couple of problems with clearances and stuff. So what we're going to do in today's episode is we're going to take off front bumper and we're going to attempt to move the two front radiators and just shift them forwards a little bit, just an inch or so, just to kind of give us enough clearance for the wheels to get full turning circle. So we're going to crack on straight with that now. We're just going to get the car jacked up and then start to get the front bumper off. So I'll catch you in a sec. Right, so there we go, front bumper all removed. Front bush bar and stuff that you can see in here, and then got some of the cabling and stuff that I've been doing for the LED side lights, which I'm going to have a stab at having a look at because one of them's flickering slightly. So the thing that we are, let's get some of this out of the way, looking at trying to solve today is we have got radiator brackets that hold all of this stuff on in here. So I think there's one that's kind of down below and one in here and stuff. We're going to have a proper look in a sec once we get the wheels off, and effectively what we're going to try and do is shift all of this forward to try and get a little bit more space. Right, so first we're going to remove these ducts. They are held in with three fixings, one of them in this little hole in here, then you've got another one just there up above it, and then there is also one at the bottom just underneath, just there, as you can see it on the bracket. And you've got these two tabs on the top and bottom side of this as well. These are really easy, you just push them in and it kind of just clicks out and you can slide it through. So you get all these three off and then the whole thing pulls off just on the other side. Really simple, and then what that does is give you access to the condenser and the radiators. So this is kind of ideal time to clean out any of the muck that kind of collects down here. I've done it fairly recently, so as you can see it's not looking bad at all. That's one of the main causes of sort of radiator failure and condenser failure, is that there's a build up of like leaves and stuff in there. It helps that I've also got mesh on my bumpers, which stops any of the leaves from getting in there, which isn't on the original OEM ones. You can either make it yourself like I did and on my previous bumper, or you can buy ones from various manufacturers off the shelf that do the same thing. So yeah, going to get them both off and then going to look for the mounting bolts for these. Right, so apologies, pretty messy under here at the moment, but I think looking at kind of how this bottom bracket is attached, I can see this one here that looks like it attaches back to the chassis. Then there's one underneath, as you can see just there, that attaches as well. Not sure whether this one does, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with these two bottom ones. I'd imagine there's probably one at the top that does, so what we'll do is we'll start to undo them and then we'll just start to wiggle everything around to see if this shifts ever. Alright, just to kind of update everyone as we go along, so the only one that I've undone is the one that's underneath here. This has allowed this to move around a fair bit, and then there's this little one just in here on this kind of little rubber mount, which looks like it's just for dampening, to make sure that this isn't fully rigid and is able to kind of move a little bit against the body. So just sort of looking around, I think yes, the last one is going to be this one down here in the corner, so just there actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a slot into this hole here, so that this can all shift forward, as you can see, like that. So we'll try and bring this whole mechanism towards the front of the car, and then we'll mount it back up, then we'll undo, or we'll put the bolt in it loosely, then we'll undo the one behind so that we don't run the risk of this all dropping down. Or if you can see the water dripping and stuff, it's actually from water that's collected in one of these one of the plugs that I'm not using anymore, so it's not coolant just yet, but that may still happen. So we'll carry on and we'll see what happens. So yeah, gonna cut the slot, put the bolt back in, put the rear one, shift everything forward as much as possible, and then tighten everything back up again. And I think that should be a pretty easy thing to do. We're going to trim the ducts a little bit more so they're just a little bit tidier. Right, quick update. So the one underneath, and then I've cut cut a slot into this one here, and then there's also that one that you can just see back there. So all these 3 bolts, as you can see with this now, is allowing this whole sort of mechanism to move. I just finished up. What we've achieved is, as you can just see in there, it's about a 20mm movement forward. There's enough slack in all these sort of coolant hoses and stuff to kind of just about allow that. It gets pretty tight, but what that's done is essentially shift everything forward. Done the same on the front edge as well, whatever it is just in there. As you can see, the bolt has moved all the way forward. So what this will do is move everything forward, which means I should be able to get full turning circle now with the much bigger wheels. So what I'm going to do while I'm in here is just kind of give everything a clean. I'm going to look at kind of putting in some arch liner back in up the top now, and then yeah, away we go. Over to the other side, put the wheel on here, and then happy days. Alright, there we go, wheel back on. A bit of arch liner being dumped in there as well, just to tidy things up a little bit, and then once the bumper goes on, we'll work out if we can get a little bit of sort of sheet ABS to cover up some of the places where the original arch lining was removed. Then just on this side, again, just see there, shifted. Same with the one up here. New holes drilled for that bracket there, and then same principle on this one here, which shifted everything forward. So now we're just going to trim the front ducts, much like I did on this one. You can see here, just sort of trimmed around the front, just to take off the same amount of material as basically what we've moved it forward, and then basically we can put it all back together, get the bumper back on, and then wheels, drop it down, job done. Right, there we go, both sets of front wheels on. Now we're just going to crack on, get the bumper back on the car, get everything all connected back up again, all the trim back on, and then should be ready to go. There we have it, guys. So that's all the information you need to move your front radiators on your Porsche Cayman. Only really need to know that if you're fitting a Pandem kit and you've got your wheels and stuff and you want to get full lock. So anyway, so hopefully that's been informative, and catch you on the next one. See you later. Goodbye.